We often ask ourselves, can God, Allah, truly be known? Can He be described? The answer lies in a profound understanding. We can only know about God what He Himself has chosen to teach us. Our intellect, as powerful as it is, cannot independently grasp the infinite. However, it can lead us to accept the guidance of revelation, where Creator reveals Himself through His words and signs. Imagine you're sitting in a room, and suddenly there's a knock at the door. What's the first thing you know? That someone is there. But can you tell who it is? Can you describe their character, intentions, or appearance? All you know for certain is that someone is knocking. Trying to guess who it might be is mere speculation. But when the person chooses to introduce themselves, only then do you truly know who they are. This is similar to how we come to know Allah. Through observing His works, the beauty of nature, the vastness of the universe, and the intricate design of life, we recognize His presence. From His creation, we are introduced to His names, like Al-Rahman, the most merciful, and Al-Hakeem, the all-wise. Through His names, we begin to understand His attributes, such as mercy, wisdom, and power. And through His attributes, we yearn to feel closer to His essence. The more we reflect on Allah's signs, the more our hearts are filled with awe and love. His works remind us of His infinite beauty and compassion, which uplift and fill us with joy. At the same time, we tremble at His majesty and grandeur, which remind us of His unmatched power. This balance of love and reverence draws us closer to Him, transforming our hearts with certainty and peace. When it comes to God's divine essence, however, our usual concepts of knowing and understanding fall short. God's essence is beyond our comprehension, yet His nearness is undeniable. He is closer to us than our jugular veins, present in every aspect of our lives. Through our innermost conscience, where the seen and unseen meet, we begin to feel His presence in a way that words cannot fully describe. As one lover of God beautifully said, to truly comprehend Him is to admit that we cannot comprehend Him. Even the messenger of God, peace be upon him, humbly declared, "We have not known you as you truly deserve, O Maruf, the one known in all creation." This humility is not a limitation. It is an invitation to draw closer to Allah through love, gratitude, and reflection. The Qur'an guides us to know Allah through His acts and attributes. Every sunrise and sunset, every atom and galaxy points to Him. He is the source of infinite beauty and perfection, the absolute object of worship. In the harmony of a fly's eye with the vastness of the solar system, in the intricate balance of ecosystems, we see His wisdom and power. Through these signs, our hearts are elevated, and we are reminded of His perfection and nearness. Let us renew our bond with Creator by saying, "O absolute object of worship, we acknowledge our inability to fully comprehend you. Yet you are closer to us than our own breath. Through your works and manifestations, we witness your perfection, your might, and your mercy. We find peace and certainty in the luminous path you have created for us, connecting our hearts to you." In this realization, our doubts dissolve, and we are left with an overwhelming sense of love for Allah. We begin to see that every moment, every breath, and every detail of existence is a reminder of His presence. Through His signs, we grow closer to Him, finding peace, certainty, and a love that transforms our hearts forever. God, Allah, is not like anything He created, whether it's real or relative. As human beings living in a limited world, our thoughts, sight, and hearing are all limited. For example, there are sounds we can't hear and things we can't see because our senses can only handle certain ranges. Given these limits, it's not fair for us to ask, why can't I see Allah? What does He look like? That's like putting a measure on Him. Since Allah is beyond size and shape, we can't use our narrow human tools to judge or define Him. If you traveled for trillions of years at the speed of light and saw countless galaxies, even all of that wouldn't compare to Allah's existence. We still don't even fully know our own planet, so how could we grasp Allah's qualities or quantity when He governs the entire universe? By definition, Allah is above any kind of how or what. He's beyond any image we can picture in our minds and beyond anything we could imagine. In Islamic theology, there's a saying, "Whatever you imagine about Allah, He is something else." A Sufi perspective adds, "Whatever you think He is, He's far beyond that." French philosopher Descartes said something similar about the idea that a limited mind can't fully grasp something infinite. And the German writer Goethe pointed out that no matter how many names we call him by, he is beyond all descriptions. Many thinkers say that Allah exists but cannot be completely perceived by human senses. Our eyes can't see him directly, and our ears can't hear him in the usual way. So we rely on what the prophets have told us about Allah. He is the first cause of everything, the one who brought existence and knowledge into being. Our own existence is like a shadow of his existence, and our knowledge is just a tiny spark of his infinite knowledge. There is a way to know Allah in a heartfelt spiritual sense, but this way is totally different from the methods we use to study ordinary things. People who look for Allah only through ego or the wrong methods may end up saying, "I tried to find God but couldn't," which often leads them to confusion in the name of science or philosophy. Meanwhile, Allah is always showing us signs, both inside ourselves, our conscience and soul, and outside in the universe, the heavens, earth, and everything in between. The Qur'an, with its powerful language, is a major reminder of him, and the Prophet is the perfect messenger of this truth. There's a famous line that translates to, "God said, I do not fit into heavens or earth, but I am discovered in the hidden treasures of the heart." In short, Allah is beyond any limits we humans have. Our senses and minds can't fully capture him, yet he still makes himself known through countless signs in ourselves and in the world around us. It's up to us to notice these signs and remember him. That is how we can gain some understanding of his essence and qualities, even though he will always be far greater than anything we can imagine.